So this whole place is the park. This is the memorial park dedicated to the survivors and a memorial for the dead. So it was dedicated and construction began in '51 and this place opened in 1955. Area here, we'll see what we can see here. Trying to find the museum and some of the sites. You can see a lot of tour buses here, so obviously a very popular site for folks to come and visit. Okay, so once you make your way in, it's 200 yen to get a ticket, and then they've got the nifty audio guide over here. And make your way on inside. After watching the video, you make your way through the rest of the museum, and as you'll notice with all these photos and videos, everything is very dark and foreboding, as it should be, really, just to emphasize the horror of nuclear war and its obvious after effects. So enjoy the video. All right, so we just left the Hiroshima Atomic Museum here, and yeah, if you saw all the photos, or at least what YouTube allowed me to show, you notice that yeah, of course, atomic weapons are horrific, and this museum, obviously dedicated to the those who died, those who survived, and of course, just displaying the horrors of atomic weapons. But I did, towards the end, it did kind of bug me because I did read in there that they attributed the United States' use of nuclear weapons was to end the war, but also to get a leg up on Russia, because the Russian United States conflict was brewing prior to the end of the war. So that's one school of thought. However, what they left out, small detail, was that it took Japanese emperor, two times. So Hiroshima being one, and then Nagasaki being the second, before the Japanese finally consented to an unconditional surrender. They were willing to have conditional surrender, but of course, given what the horrors, that the atrocities they had committed in World War II, namely starting this war in Asia and destroying quite a few other Asian cultures, they wanted a conditional surrender. The United States said, and the Allies said, no, unconditional surrender. The emperor refused, and then, of course, the United States dropped the second atomic bomb on Nagasaki. So, with, again, devastating results, of course. But consider the fact that what it would have taken the United States and the Allies to invade mainland Japan here and to essentially dominate the Japanese mainland. I shudder to think the number of lives lost, civilians primarily, not to mention the military, of course, Japanese American military, for the Japanese fighting for their homeland. Given the fact that the emperor would have still remained the emperor and would have insisted on the Japanese essentially, fighting to save their country away from the infidels. So yeah, it would have been a bloody mess, and God knows how many years it would have stretched that out. So again, I'm not condoning the use of nuclear weapons, but I can put myself in their shoes in the 1940s to see why one might be persuaded to use atomic weapons to conclude this war against the Japanese, because this war would have went on for a really long time. 1945, it ended in 1945. It probably went on to 1947 if we had to fight for the Japanese mainland here where I'm standing, because the Japanese wouldn't have surrendered, at least not peacefully. So anyway, that's my 2 cents for being here in the museum. It's a very moving number of exhibits, and I really appreciated the opportunity to come here. So thanks, and bye for now.